wearing green. Promise me freedom, living that dream. Late night shots like neon smoke. Stole my time for a digital home. Oh, money, money. Don't love it bad, oh, don't know it, don't hold you close, then fade to black. One red candle, let you turn it back. Yeah. Used to pray to the market, holy choir. Clicking them trees, chasing that fire. She whispered sweet when the tree turned green, but left me cold when the drink got me. Oh, money, don't look it back. You take it quick, ease your track. When she's gone, you can buy that back. She reminds you of my soul, my stack. She gave me highs and left me cracks. Ain't no change throwing your heart off track. Money don't love, she just transact. Money don't love you back, my friend. She'll ride with you till the bull run in. Ain't no mercy when the candle bend. You lose again, she just quit. Yeah, I still trade, but I don't chase. 'Cause love got soul, and crypto got face. Pray to the market like a holy choir. Clicking them trees, chasing that fire. Yeah. Ain't no halfway in this game. You either double up or disappear. Play small, stay small, I'm built for risk. When I win big, I'm the leverage lower. Stack so high, can't see the floor. Zero or hero, that's what I'm for. I don't hit streams, I go to war. When I win big, I'm the leverage lower. Stack so high, can't see the floor. Zero or hero, that's what I'm for. I don't hit streams, I go to war. Pressure don't shake me, erase my worth. Every drawdown, just test my nerve. Then hit, still swing, that's how I serve. Red to green, that's earn, I look a curve. Clock hit midnight, I still love. Charts in flames, but my pulse still drop. Whole world panic, I just pop. Turn near the night, and watch it pop. When I win big, I'm the leverage lower. Back so high, can't see the floor. Zero or hero, that's what I'm for. Streams, I go to war. When I win big, I'm the leverage lower. Back so high, can't see the floor. Zero or hero, that's what I'm for. I don't hit streams, I go to war. Whole squad silent, we move like code. Built from the grind and the stories told. Lost say lost and the lesson go. If you can't teach hunger, it's in your soul. Cold nights, day praise, that's the creed. Bet on myself, that's all I need. No plan B, no fallback speed. The crown, the crash, breathe. They talk wrist like fear, wrist like sport. On the swing, down by the shore. Can't fold hands, built this for. On that court. Oh, when I win big, I'm the leverage lower. Back so high, can't see the floor. Zero or hero, that's what I'm for. I don't hit dreams, I go to war. No safety net. Yeah, bang. That's part of the pop. Ain't no luck in this life. It's mad hustle. Yeah. Got them bullish vibes, I'm built for this. Nothing called allowed, can't fake that risk. Down low, now the chain look crisp. Whole block up, yeah, we lit off crisp. Yeah, on this block, I'm built for this. All the out there, take that risk. Down low, now the chain look crisp. Whole block up, yeah, we lit off crisp. Yeah, big talk, big step, no cap in my lane. Good luck, learn now, I profit through pain. Ain't chain arms, I just mastered the game. Now my phone ain't sound like you can't go mine, I was broke, I ain't broke. Let's go. We control that mode. Discipline rich. Can't spell that code. I'm built for this. All the out there, take that risk. Down low, now the chain look crisp. Hold up, yeah, we lit off crisp. Yeah, late night brave with the candle glow. These fake bosses, they don't last though. I kept quiet, let results just show. Now the graph climb high, that's all I know. Big motor humming truck on loud. Oh man, that's family proud. Stop. And a digital crowd. Move forward, that's one crowd. Money ain't peace, but it move that way. Earn my seat, I ain't take no play. Stayed on chain, never switch my faith. Proof in the block, not in what I say. I'm built for this. All the out there, take that risk. Down low, now the chain look crisp. Hold up, yeah, we lit off crisp. Yeah. Loud life, ain't scared of the storm, I am the price. Loud life, ain't scared of the storm, I am the price. I'm built for this. All the out there, take that risk. Down low, now the chain look crisp. Hold up, yeah, we lit off crisp. Yeah.
Yo, GM, it's GEGA. No matter where you're coming from today, excited to see you. There it is. There it is. We got a few more for you, and then 3 o'clock show starts. Hope you guys are enjoying the crypto tunes, crypto soul. WWC Radio, as you like to call it. Smash the like button, fam. Let's get it.
Talk, stacks, talk, risk, talk, wins. We don't pay for props, we plan them in. Signals hit, the whole team grin. Trade talk only, that's how we spin. Talk, stacks, talk, risk, talk, wins. We don't pay for props, we plan them in. Signals hit, the whole team grin. Trade talk only, that's how we spin. Wake up, charts moving, coffee strong. Market cipher glow, like neon dawn. No face, called it before it was gone. Money on chain, moment born. The double walk, steady purple watching I lock in. Leapfrog jump, let us profit drop it. No luck here, just timing and options. Discipline built from every adoption. Talk, stacks, talk, risk, talk, wins. We don't pay for pumps, we plan them in. Signals hit, the whole team grin. Trade talk only, that's how we spin. Talk, charts, talk, stacks, talk, risk, talk, wins. We don't pay for pumps, we plan them in. Signals hit, the whole team grin. Trade talk only, that's how we spin. Late night session, eyes on the screen. Stop, loss tight, execution clean. Candle wick flat, I don't lean. Cold heart focus in the digital scene. No brag, no front, just truth in motion. Flopping replicator, move like ocean. Leapfrog, call price, got promotion. Stack after stack, pure devotion. Talk, every move calculated, no guess, no prayer. Charts don't lie, they just reveal who cares. From red to green, that's our anthem there. Talk, charts, talk, stats, talk, risk, talk, wins. We don't pay for pumps, we plan them in. Signals hit, the whole team grin. Trade talk only, that's how we spin. Tools in the bag, crew on lock. No luck in this lane, just proof and stock. Numbers don't count, they talk. Welcome to the game, this is trade talk. Talk. This is trade talk. Bulls in the back, crew on lock. No luck in this lane, just proof in stock. Numbers don't cap, they talk. Welcome to the game, this is trade talk. Talk. That's how we spin.
You will watch your whole bag. Spike sleep chart looking like a crime scene. Camels bleeding deep. No mercy in the man coins, homie. You either flip or get flipped. It's that mean corner on digital dope trap. Every corner bullet, who gon' know that? Snipers in the chat. Wallets on the map. If the dead move slick, we gon' trace that. In the market, frogs, dogs, and clowns, we still sparking. Red candle, another cold talking, making 10 tank streams from the dirt that's gone. Now I'm heavy as dog without I'm risking it all. Got a pop on turbo, flipped out of that stall. Now I'm watching the floor like I'm ready to brawl. Telegram solid, that's death in disguise. My dog, village, what they feed in lies. I see found the Spanish, I see trust die. Still chase the green like it's do or die. They call it a rug, I call it tuition. Every L I take is one's ambition. We ain't dreaming home, we on a mission. For me, some money, that's a blockchain religion. It's that mean corner war, its own digital dope trap. Every corner bullet, who gon' know that? Snipers in the chat, wallets on the map. If the dead move slick, we gon' trade that. It's the coin wars, no peace in the market. Frogs, dogs, and clowns, we still sparking. Red candle, another cold chicken, making 10K streams from the dirt that's cons. In the whale dog 50 just to flex control. Been bragging the space like he sold his soul, but I'm a soldier. Ice in my scroll, ain't no fear in my dads. I pay that toll, one coin to blow, 10 more to hell. You can smell a war coming by the fire they sell. But the greed now can't ignore that bell. We addicted to the chaos, that's how we dwell. Don't talk loud, don't talk the winning to before. If your dad's couldn't go to get me through. So what you see in the chat, but the profits go. Same luck, it's grinds the road. Crypto trenches where the book get loaded.
Red, green, red, green. Same dance, different day. You can move either way, just don't freeze.
All right, hey guys, we're gonna get started in just a second here.
Morning light, screen glow bright.
One more.
Strong and my grip on tight. One eye on price, one eye on time. Heart beating to that market line. Green start climbing, catch that ride. Surf that wave like a southern tide. But when it flips, I don't lose my cool. Short that pain, bend my own rules. I'm chasing candles up and down. Red or green, still get mine. Don't care which way the wind don't blow. Long or short, that's how I roll. Seen bulls talk up players act brave. Everybody front till they see that wave. Me, I just watch the rhythm and flow. Stack small wins, let the rest go. Ain't about luck, it's the pace you keep. Learn more lost than you learn in sleep. Every wick the door, every closer clue. Gotta read that chart like it's speaking to you. I'm chasing candles up and down. Red or green, still get mine. Don't care which way the wind gon' blow. Long or short, that's how.
Yo, good afternoon. Hope you're doing well today. It is Taco Tuesday, the 28th of October. A lot of T's. Taco Tuesday, the 28th of October. 5 T's sounds in there. Maybe more of the letters. Not one of the Rain Man where I can count all the letters in the words real fast. But I hope you are having a wonderful day. Thank you for hanging out. If you caught some of those tunes, hope you enjoyed them. Smash the like button. Let me know. What do you think? Do you want to hear more specific genres? I got more. I got reggae. I got some rock. I got some yacht rock. I got some R&B. I got some soul. Man, I got it all. I like Chris's comment. Not only will this put musical artists out of business, and it will and it won't, right? Like it just gives other people an option. Like it's fun for me to do. And songwriters, sound engineers, mix engineers, recording engineers, all of it, you can envision regular people like you and me being able to create our own hits. I'll tell you what, I'm at the point where I posted yesterday. I left my headphones at home. They're right here. They're going to be in front of my eyeballs, and I'm going to take them with me when I get away off my desk today, because I'm going to go straight to the gym after this. But that's the playlist that I'm listening to. I'm listening to my own playlist, crypto songs, and we haven't played any of those yet, and obviously as the week goes on, we will introduce more songs and some different things, but I got a couple fun, obviously intros or songs for the show and all that stuff. The gym music is all right. It's I go to Lifetime, that's my thing. That's where I work out, and the music there is all right, but there's nothing. Okay, I'm gonna take all of this back. My guy Mike Heck the Snack, my homie. He said to me yesterday. I actually want to pull up what he had said to me, because it's so appropriate for kind of the ethos of what you're doing. So I had said, just got to the gym and realized I forgot my headphones, right? That was the post. And he said, ain't no music in real life, my boy. Embrace the sound of your own breathing. I thought that was heavy because it's so freaking true. And I did. And I actually did sit there yesterday and I listened to my own breathing. I'm really good at different out sounds. And so it was it's probably top 100 or some bogusness. Plus there's at different workout stations, some of the coaches or whatever, they've got their boom boxes and they play their music. So sometimes you got 3 or 4 competing sounds, and that doesn't work for a guy like me. And so I just tuned it out. I just tuned it out, and I was just inside my own head, listening to my breathing, listening to my thoughts, and it was good. I do want to appreciate and say thank you guys for being here watching the stream. I have a Twitter space planned for 3:30 for us, so I will open that up in just a little bit here. And so I'm just making sure, if you see me look this way, here's my phone. Obviously, we're getting things queued up for that. I just want to make sure that we've got that ready to roll. And so you can do me a couple favors. One, if you are watching on YouTube, smash the like button. Thank you. If you are watching on X, which the majority of you are, that's where the homies are. That is the community right there. Make sure, if this is the heart button, You don't have to hit it harder. You don't have to hit it softer either. You can just like I'm not gonna change my phone and where that's at, but it's really easy. You just back up out of the chat, and you should be in the chat. I see a couple of the homies are. Shout out to my guy Luca in the chat. So is Chris. Let's go. Classic rock. Okay. Classic rock over at the Lifetime. I thought you meant like you want some classic rock crypto songs. Done. Absolutely done. We'll do some classic rock style. But I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we got a guest. We got Midas. Midas is coming out to the show tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Super excited to hang out. So what we'll probably do is I assume what I can do is either if they want to get on stream and get on camera, we can do that. Or if they just want to be on the space the whole time, we'll just open up the space in the beginning to team, and then a couple of the the key core members that want to be on, and then later if we feel like opening up the space to more community, we can do that. So cheers. I am drinking an afternoon coffee. I'm kind of like, for the most part, intermittent fasting throughout most of the days. That's, I'm really only leaving myself one meal right now as we gear up for potentially a fight in December. See, excited about that one. Let's go back to the Middle East. Habibi's coming home, as I said earlier. Habibi coming up. Left the light up on the ceiling. All right, that's all right. Okay, let's do this. Let's break on into the show. I did want to open it up with this. This is something that is definitely not what I wanted to do. I want to do this. I want to share the screen. The bobbles. There it is. Why is this acting silly? There we go. All right. This is Crypto Bubbles. I'll fix the screen for us right now. That is strange. What is happening? What in the world? There it is. We'll just keep it like this. I don't know what happened to StreamYard. It is totally rearranged. That is quite all right. But as you can see right here, this is the hourly on the bubbles. Here is the daily. We have got some fun ones. The farther you go on this, and this is just a cool visual representation of what's happening today. Overall, the market is down. If you were to go to CoinMarketCap, we'll go here next. I'll pop back the bubbles so you can see. Again, when you go to like the monthly, some of them are crushing it, and just a very few Zcashers know what I'm talking about. But the market itself is down 0.5% today to 3.88 trillion. So it's one of those days, right? We're going to see some volatility here. Fear and greed still at 42. Altcoin season at 28. Anything worth noting down here with some of our faves? Nope. We're still looking about the same. No shrimping right now. Not interested in too many of these. I mean, Fetch, maybe, or Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. Although, I mean, you look at that chart, that doesn't really look too appetizing at the moment. You've got this really massive, sharp, lower high situation happening. However, it's probably getting ready to come to a pinch point. Let's look at this. Let's go to Fetch. FET USDT. Let's look at it on... All right. If we go, that's wild. All right. I don't know why it's acting so weird today. I just want one more. I want to make this thing like a little bit bigger. What I'll do is just switch me. Oh man, nothing like live fixing your setup. Update. All right, now let's go, because this should actually be here. smaller? There we go. All right. I'm happier here. Sorry. Woo. Wildness. All right. So here is the fetch chart on the week. Let's zoom it down and kind of see what we're actually looking at. We can draw kind of a line. And let's check in. Oh, okay. Looks like we were messing around with fetch back in the middle of 2024. It's been a hot minute. Okay. But let's do this. Let's keep our old stuff just for fun, because the new one is going to be easy to draw. It's this right here. And then we'll take our bottom, we'll bring it from here. And there you go. Okay, so now that's the weekly. Let's bring this back into the daily and zoom it in. Here we go. So we're getting to a point here where fetch is going to have to do something. It's going to have to break up or break down. And if it breaks down, that's unfortunate, because I don't really know where you want to go from there at that point. But as you can see, it's clear as day. You got yourself some lower highs over the last couple of years here. I mean, this high right here, all-time high, was back in March of 24. So not a couple of years. It's been about a year. And so, or a year and a half, almost 2 years. My goodness. Where has time gone? Wow. And so, man, I just feel like the narrative of AI, that thing just kind of got blown up, and there became a lot more, that became the meta. And so everybody was doing AI, and now, the amount of companies, or, whatever you would want to call that, I can't think of the word, or it's diluted. The market has been saturated. That's what I was looking for. Saturation. Okay, let's go. All right, so that's fetch. Fetch is getting close to a make it or break it point. According to this chart, it should happen before the end of the year. So it says December 27th is the pitch point, but maybe it extends a day or whatever if we don't have it quite lined up. So Fetch has got until the end of the year to make it up. What's it going to do? Is it going to go up or going to go down? What do you think in the chat? Fetch up or down by the end of the year? Were we going to break to the upside and break out of this trend? Or is it going to break down and continue to just... Let me know. I want to know what you think. Are you a fetch trader, a fetch hodler, a fetch hoodler? Ooh, let's zoom in on our dominance here. We kind of broke down a little bit, broke through it. We're back up. My mom is calling me. Mother. Obviously, she's not watching the show. Oh, I know why. Oh my goodness. This was it. Yeah. All right. I had something that was all wrong. Anyway. Okay. We'll have this thing right back tomorrow. But there you go. The whole idea of what we're looking at on dominance, riding its esteemed trip to the 70% range. And it has happened in the past. And look, we're inchworming this thing, because look, it's not really that big of a deal to get back up to here, because this was just a few months ago. And look, there's our red line. This is 70% right here. Totally doable. We are currently $17% away from Bitcoin's dominance hitting that 70% level. Again, if this is your first time tuning in, appreciate you being here. Make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you are following. Make sure you are smashing likes, hitting notification bells, all of that stuff. But what I'm talking about is this right here. And this is the 3 times throughout history of 2018. This is after meme coins, obviously, and other projects, altcoins, came onto the scene. And so that, we can say that at that point, that was our line in the sand, that there are other options than Bitcoin. And so then the dominance at one point was 100%. and then it was 50% because Ethereum. It was either Ethereum or Bitcoin, and then things started to go from there. But all right, so right here in 2018, 2017, right here you had the drop from this was 71, almost 72% down to 36% dominance. You had another one here where it hit peak 72, probably 72 and a half, and then it dropped down to about 58% dominant. And then the last time it happened was in December of 2020, peaked out about 72, almost 73% again, and then triple bottomed down over here at 39%. So very history doesn't repeat, but it rhymes, obviously, right? That's why we've seen this happen a few times. The road to let me put this on just a different time frame so we can see it a little bit better. There you go. The road to glory, as you can see, in most cases, was always swift. I mean, obviously, there you go, swift and violent to get back up. Here we are on a slow climb. The stairway to heaven. Cue the Led Zeppelin right now. But obviously, we're trying to get back up into this range, and then that would be the climb back up to the 70% dominant range right there. Let's look at some of our other stuff that we drew. We'll go back to the daily just to see if we're just going to check in on some of our lines and see who's respecting trends and who's breaking trends. It looks like Bitcoin wants to break out. There you go. It wicked yesterday. It wicked again today. So there's Bitcoin. V-Chain dipped. V-Chain broke its structure. It was on a couple day rise. The Better token, same thing, dipped a little bit more. Ethereum. Oh, we didn't chart Ethereum like this? We didn't do ETH like that? Come on, let's go. This is our, in a nutshell. That's what we're calling this charting series. So we'll do our local for sure. Almost like a straight vertical. We've got long term. Let's go with a multi-year that way. And a career double top. So those are our fun little quick lines that we got right there. Here is our baseline. Here is our bottom. We could probably swing this down just a little bit more. There you go. Maybe this should go here. Make it like that. And that's far out and it's across the room. So if the line doesn't quite match up, my apologies. Mr. Mayo in the house. Let's go. Y'all smash the like button for Mr. Mayo. What's up, Jason? Appreciate you being here as well, brother. All right. And if there's any charts you guys want to take a look at, we'll do our fun little quick charting math just to kind of look at and see where things are. We'll look at our structures, and then this way it can help us make decisions. Like, ETH's still climbing, man. ETH's still moving up. XRP is, this is where it was yesterday. It was down here. Actually, no, we got to get off the week. Damn. I thought we were excited. We're moving here. ETH. Back to it real quick. Anything different? No. XRP still in the zone. H-bar pumping today. Why is H-bar pumping today? Oh, that's right. That's right. You got the ETF launches today. Here's how to buy it and what investors should know. You got the first spot ETF offering direct exposure to H-bar, which is the native token to the Hedera Hashgraph network, will begin trading on the NASDAQ stock market. This ETF is going to hold actual H-bar tokens and not derivatives. Love to see that, which custody provided by established regulated firms. And this allows both retail and institutional investors to gain exposure to H-bar through a standard brokerage account. For the Hedera ecosystem, the launch of the HBR ETF is a meaningful bridge between traditional finance and enterprise blockchain applications. Shout out to all the H-barbarians. I know that the token pumped big time today, as we just saw on that chart. Let's go back to it. As you can see, look at that nice well, mine are blue and pink. They're not green and red candles, but that was like that song we were listening, Chasing Candles. Almost 20% today. There you go. Everybody, shout out to all the fam over there in the H-Bar community. I know my guy, Kyle, the postmaster. He's building something big. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk about some things soon, very soon as well with him, with what they've got going on. So be on the lookout. Again, congratulations to all the H-Barbarians and everybody in the Hedera community. Speaking of Karate Combat, got a fight going on this week. It's actually a big week for the sport leagues here. We've got Dirty Boxing, I know, in Nashville this week on the 30th. And then you've got Karate Combat in Miami, down in Miami on Halloween the 31st. Man, if there was a way, which actually, if there was a way that this wasn't on Halloween and I didn't want to spend the time with my family, I would have definitely decided to go to both Nashville and Miami. But I am a family man, and you don't miss Halloween. You don't do that. We're gonna have a good time. We have a really cool neighborhood, and everybody goes out. A lot of people come into our neighborhood to do the trick or treating and to hang out. It's good for both children and adults. So there it is. All right, let's do this. Let's get back over to the charts. Pew. And let's see here. Drawing lines and charts, my favorite. Hey, crypto. Yes, there he is, my guy, Frank. You going to be Frankenstein for Halloween, sir? Chain link. Let's go. We'll zoom it back in. Let's see where we're at. We want to see. We're coming to our pinch point here. Chain link is coming out few years down the road, see what it's going to do. It's got plenty of time to go sideways. Those institutions ain't got nothing but time. Solana, there's our long con cup and handle. As you can see, it did precisely what we thought it was going to be doing, which is funny. This is right here is, where things backed out, but how it came back up, that's fun. And it was funny how we saw this yesterday. It had been a very long time since I looked at the Solana chart on this time frame to even see the long con cup and handle from Solana, from the foundation there. As you can see, this right here is where Granny dropped the cup, and she put a little chip in it. But we got the epoxy, and we fixed it on her behalf. So as you can see, it was able to fill back up and run its handle. However, didn't quite do exactly what we wanted it to and shoot up to like $400. One of these days, though, be on the lookout. It'll get a SWE. I can't believe SWE's at 260. It is at the bottom of its trend, if that's what you would call it here. I mean, technically, to be honest with you, I know that we've got, but I would probably really want to make it more like this and just say this thing, that's what it should have been, and it is obviously going to have to find a whole new place, right? You've got support levels. I mean, obviously here you can see we've hit a couple spots. I would say through here. Why is it not? What the heck, man? Come on, man. There could be some action to stop it right there. And then definitely, let's say one more time. I wouldn't mind getting SWE in the dollar range again. I mean, it sucks, but if that's where it's going. But, we could just be on our way back up. But look, you're in the trend until you're not, and very clear. This thing is in both an upward trend and a downward trend at the same time. It's been in an upward trend longer, though, because as you can see, it's been going up since here and only been going down since here. Adios míos. Ando, oof, try and just stay up above there, baby. Come on, man. Don't do that to daddy. Don't do that. Jasmine. What do we feel about Jasmine anymore? We've got, look, This might be the ticket right here with Jasmine. Look, Japan's $550 billion U.S. investment package draws interest from SoftBank and GE Verona. This thing is glitching out with those ads, babe. Wow. Man, okay. All right. Well, this is what we're going to do. I will, for the sake of us not having seizures, just look like this. And so the post, again, it's $550 billion investment Japan's putting into the United States. Holy crap. That website's going nutty all of a sudden. That's wild. Let's refresh and see if we can tame the beast. Nope. There are roughly 20 companies from the US and Japan that have expressed interest in projects that are part of Japan's $550 billion investment fund. Firms include SoftBank Group, Westinghouse, and Hitachi, which are worth around $400 billion. Westinghouse is planning to build pressurized water reactors and small modular reactors in projects worth up to $100 billion. Okay. The article is completely unreadable. I'm so sorry, guys, that we are not able to do that. I'm just gonna close that out. Let's go here instead. I like the idea of looking at this article. Silly pages here. All right, let's go back and take a look at this. HBAR ETF launches today. Guys, that's some big news. We did go through a couple of these key takeaways right here. And again, this is massive for the HBAR ecosystem. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes at HBAR. You know, obviously you've got the governance council that's made up of like a ton of Fortune 500 companies. I mean, you've got some of the biggest and the brightest headed there. All right, so here, let's look at this, the institutional access to the Hedera ecosystem inside the Canary HBAR ETF. The Canary HBAR ETF allows investors to buy or sell shares that track the real-time price of HBAR without needing to manage digital wallets or navigate crypto exchanges. All right, there you go. Custodians are going to be BitGo and Coinbase custody. Pricing data you'll get on CoinDesk indices. It's going to be, again, like we said before, on the NASDAQ will be the exchange ticker HBR. And this structure mirrors the successful Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs that have driven billions in institutional inflows since early 2025. There's the full-on information coming out of NASDAQ. If I'm sure you could find that. If that is something that you cared about reading, you are more than welcome to figure that out. Maybe you're thinking to yourself, man, what are you even talking about right now, bro? Let's look at this. This is the Canary HBAR Trust explained. What is that? The Canary HBAR Trust is a private regulation de-exempt investment vehicle sponsored by Canary Capital. And this is something I want to say it was, man, when a lot of the ETFs were going off, this is the one that was announced. And some people thought it was a nothing burger, right? Man, some people got excited about it. Not funny, mans. What's up? Volmer, what's up? With a minimum investment of $5,000, subscriptions are accepted daily via U.S. bank wires or HBAR contributions. All right. $5,000, you can get in. Structured as a grantor trust, not a K1. The fund provides institutional and accredited investors. Institutional accredited investors. You got to have more than $1 million if you want to be an accredited investor. Let's see if we do this. All right. I believe that's all the. Oh, here we go. No, we don't want to talk about this, man. I almost skipped over the Canary is the shit coin of the stock market. That's funny. I like that. Knocking into my cowboy hat back there, which we should. It's been a while. If let me see. If y'all could do me a favor and go ahead and smash the like button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Happy Taco Tuesday, Diamond. Diamond D 5027. Y'all don't get that hat. We gotta do like special stuff for like members of the channel and all sorts of stuff if you want to see the fun hats go on. If not, we're just gonna wear this or the GM hat. I like the GM. I wore the GM hat on Trust Me Bro today. I wonder if did you guys get a chance to watch that? Hopefully you did. That's Tuesdays at 12, usually 12:30. We've had to do it at 12 before to accommodate schedules, but this week was just Keeper and I had a great conversation. Obviously, we talked about crypto in the markets and all sorts of fun stuff, and then we always get into some life conversations, maybe get a little deep, whatever. So hope you enjoyed that. If you didn't check it out yet and you're looking, you can find it over on the YouTube or on my X. Same thing with this show. We're on YouTube again today. I think it was just a habitual, where I clicked YouTube because we've only been streaming to X in the afternoon. But we're on YouTube today. We're gonna have fun. All right, I want to talk about this story because this is huge news. France welcomes reserve bill to purchase 2% of the Bitcoin supply. Do you think the interest rate tomorrow is already priced in? To be honest with you, no. I mean, possibly, maybe for some markets, yeah, because like we kind of knew this was coming, and it was such a highly anticipated cut that again, it was like at 99% for a lot of the time. The idea of it, kind of getting as we, sometimes as it gets closer to the date, like it changes and it becomes more apparent that it's going to happen. This is just like, yeah, no, it's high 90s, 90. I think it's rotated from like 96.8% up to 99.3% or something like that since we've been tracking it. And, it's not going to be, like we know that this is what's happening. And so at the end of the day, yeah, could I see that this is all priced in? Absolutely. And then from here we dump. Look at, I mean, some of the charts again, look, a lot of them, the direction that they are moving overall are down, and that's a clear indicator of where the market and the sentiment is. And I don't want to be a broken record and say the same thing over and over, but you are in a downtrend until you are not. And on a lot of these coins, Ethereum seemed to have been, and maybe Bitcoin as well, seem to be the exceptions, right? Everything else is going down. That's a clear indicator that altcoin season is farther and farther away. And even if we look at coin market cap, which let me pop back over here let's do that. Altcoin index 30. I think it was what? Does it keep the chart? It does. So let's go here. So we've had, obviously a couple days where we hit, way down here, probably 23, 24. Same thing, did it right here. Almost like a triple bottom. And hopefully things make a recovery. And we continue to get into the greedy side. No, you greedy motherfuckers. It's the same. Oh, Brian, that's funny. Same room. Just changed the direction of and the flow. Actually, I have a ton more space in here now, as it's turned out. I may be closer to the wall, but there is a ton more space in here now. So. XCN, let's take a look at it. Why not? That's what we're doing. You guys want to see any? You want to see some charts? Drop your tickers in the chat. XCN. USDT. Oh, holy shit. All right, so we'll do what we do with everybody. We'll go to the weekly. And let's just stretch it out so we can make a few lines here. I would say that is where we're at. And we have, I mean, you got a wick that's higher, but it was like way too early on. So I would say this is your true. That's what we're trying to get up above here. Okay, now let's get off the weekly. Let's go to the daily and zoom in and see. So we're a little bit far off from our all-time high here, obviously. And in the downward trend. However, we're coming close to the top of it. If we can break up out of it, then we've got obviously a few levels that you would want to hit so that we can start saying that it's true momentum. I would say you know, kind of these being some of them. Like once you break up out of this downtrend, you know, you've got to clearly get through. We'll say here as well, roughly, and then you got some volume to support some of this, right? Like right here, right here's a big pop. So this is, you know, this would be something. This is the point of control, at least for what we're showing. Let's just, I mean, okay, so that's the whole thing. So point of control way up here on the whole chart. So I would say not my favorite chart. Not my favorite chart, to be honest with you. But that doesn't mean anything. It does also look like we have, you know, again, this is the daily, and we've spent some time here as making a bottom. So could have found a bottom. This could be the fucking time. You know what I mean? Like this could be your buy opportunity right here. And then we see this thing, you know, move on up towards the right direction. XCN got to see what the, let's look at some more information about it. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know shit about it unless I do. Oh, Onyx coin. All right. So the website, the financial letter, Onyx. Onyx is a modular blockchain designed for financial grade applications, offering near instant confirmations and low fees. Designed for financial grade applications. Okay. ERC20 operates as a utility gas and governance token of Onyx. Okay. That doesn't do much for me, unfortunately. But let's see. They've got 60,000 followers on their X account. Last OG post was October 27th. That was yesterday. 122 likes. All right. I mean, are they active? At least one post today. They're out one post a day. Not going above and beyond. Hey, Onyx, you want to step up a social media campaign? Let's talk. Can I message? I found recently that when I was hacked, an extremely large number of people and Adam Charles, I'm not extremely large number of DMs were blocked, large accounts. One of them actually, I have to send a message to them. I don't exactly know if I'll reach out to them soon or not. Probably today would be the day, or tomorrow. You know, you got to play it cool. You know, like back in the day when you got a girl's number and you're like just trying to play it cool. You don't want to call her too soon and act like you're desperate. All right. Here's the post. Let me see. Start sharing. Blockworks. Y'all know Blockworks. If you've been to a permissionless conference, You've seen, even one of my articles today is from Blockworks, but they are looking for a crypto podcast host. And so I applied to it yesterday. And so I posted, if you guys go ahead and smash this, make some freaking noise on this post and let Blockworks know that we would be an absolute killer team. I applied to this. I also said, because they have like this form, and it's, one of the things is like, how does your podcast look, all that stuff, how many hosts, all that stuff. And I said, I think the perfect recipe is 2 people. And so I got a co-host planned out. I know the right person. Let's go. Wish us luck. So if you think that that I would make a great podcast host for Blockworks in the crypto space, y'all should go smash the like button on that post for me one time now. Boom. All right. Where else were we? I know there was another. Let's see. So XCN. All right, my guy, Doc DeGoat. It's far across the room. Sorry, DeGoat. AVAX, my good sir. Let's do that. It's been a while since I looked at AVAX. USDT. Let's see what we got on the old AVAX. All right, let's do what we got to do. Let's go to the week. Let's get it. Oh, we already know what's happening right here. Oh my God. Clear as day from here down. Well, we'll cut through some of those tops, but you can see clearly what is happening. Even down here. All right. We've got our floor. It has been established twice now. We wicked down to it. There you go. That's AVAX, man. I tell you what, AVAX to me is a great coin. It's a great community. There's a lot going on. Not only do you have the gaming. Oh shit. There you go. There's kind of the look. There's my quick look at AVAX. Like, what's happening? Where are we at? Low side of the trend line. Obviously, set your alarms. I mean, with any of these, like, this is the kind of stuff that you can do. It's really, really easy to stay in the know without having to just be stuck at the charts. Like, okay, say I want to buy some AVAX when it either gets to this line or plunges below it. What am I going to do? Look, we drew the line. We did the work already. It's real easy. Add an alert. Let's go once per bar in case we miss one and it happens again. Create. Boom. Now, depending on how you've got it set up, you can get a notification on your phone. You can get an email. Bada boom, bada bing. You get a thing. And by the way, last week there were a couple coins where we were looking at the VWAP, the leapfrog indicator on the VWAP, and I said I was at the gym, so I didn't post anything, and I probably should up the post and all that stuff, and do this stuff and give you the receipts. But I said, look, these coins are going to go to this level. They are going to go down here. Boom! While I'm at the gym, ding, ding, ding. My phone's going off saying you were right. Basically, that's what my phone says when the alarm goes off, saying you were right. All right. That is AVAX. You're in a downtrend until you're not. It was riding high, baby. Things were looking good until we had the fall. It kind of looks like you're getting ready to maybe make a structure change. But this dip right here, this Binance dip. All right. That was AVAX. What else we got here? What else did we say? December is also priced in. December's not priced in, man. It's going to be a Santa rally for sure. Solana. We looked at Solana. Here's Solana. Solana. We should, okay, maybe because our long-term cup and handle did not play out. Maybe it's time for us to. All right, we're going to let this one go and let it be known that this was drawn months and months ago. We got this the part that I'm missing from my coffee cup. It doesn't have a little, so you can hold it with your knuckle. This part, we lost it. It broke. It probably weakened when Granny dropped the glass, to be honest with you. But all right, we're going to let it go. We're removing our drawings. And now let's start over. This is not. You can see from here. Actually, this is our local. Our local's like straight vert almost. We have a little bit of that going. We got a clear floor down here. There you go. This is so interesting, right? This down but not out. That is Solana. Let's zoom on in on it. Let's see where we're at, baby. There you go. We're in the zone right there. We're playing with fire. We're down towards the bottom of it. So like these are the times where now I understand that it could break structure to the downside and then, maybe you're down a little bit, but if it does bounce and it goes up, I mean, the upside there is 200 plus. Obviously we're dealing with a little bit of a downtrend at the same time. Remember, we're doing a down and an up at the same time here. We've got two different scenarios playing, so at some point we're going to pinch and pop. Do we like that? We used to call this the triangle of love for a long time. That's what I've been calling it. You got what's the zone, right? What's it going to be doing? It's coming down, it's coming up, it's got to pinch and make a decision, right? It's the triangle of love. And now, because we're bulls, we're calling this the pinch and pop. Because look, we know where crypto's going. Get ready to pinch and pop, boys. Sounds dirty. Let's see. ETFs, rate cuts, China deals shut down. We need all of these to play out. That comes from DJ and Brian. Appreciate you. Let's go to a few more comments here. Hyperliquid. Let's take a look. Let's see what Hyperliquid's all about. Hyperliquid. Oh, it's $46.68. Okay, so Hype USDT. And we're gonna look at this over on, well, why don't we look at it on BitUnex? I like BitUnex. Looking for a new sponsored partner from an exchange. So I do like BitUnex. You know why I like BitUnex? I like it for your guys' sake. I love Femex, right? Femex, I've been trading on Femex for years. But Femex, they got some different rules and not as US friendly. And so we got to find something that works a little bit better for you guys. So that's what we're working on. I mean, that's about as good as we're going to look right now. We don't need any alarms set. That's our, oh, darn, we wanted the weekly. Let's see, how does, well, we did it right. Let's move this up. Let's move that up here. Okay, so Hyperliquid has the opportunity to break out of the downtrend. How about that? Not funny, man's my guy. Could be giving us that early alpha. This is one that we're going to want to look. I'm going to put this sucker up on the thing because let's go add it to the watch list. There we go. We got hype in here. Because look, man, like we go down to another time frame, and look, like we're flirting with a breakout here. Flirting. And I know we're dumping today a little bit back down below the trend line, but I mean it's I believe the term that a lot of people like to use, flopping and groping. Flopping and groping. But it's going up, man. I mean, that's up. There you go. Probably. There you go. We are going to come to a pinch and pop pretty soon here because this is rising. Well, it has the opportunity to do both. This could be considered a flag, right? Huh. Let's see what happens. We got it marked. Appreciate you, Not Funny Mans, for dropping Hyperliquid in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. What else we got? Mod King. What's up? Diamond. Johnster. Swee. We looked at Swee. We can pull it back up. Here we go. Let's go to the week so we can kind of see where are things looking. Where are we at right now? And as you can see, we've got ourselves a nice little pinch and pop that was ready to play out, and it was a pinch and a drop. So are you pinching and popping, or are you pinching and dropping? That's the new thing. Oh, that's the game that we're going to play. Pinch and pop or pinch and drop. So Sweet decided to drop. And as you can see, look at this. This fucking thing wicked down all the way to 58 cents. Imagine if you had a buy order for Sweet at like that low. Good for you if you did. My gosh. My gosh. So here's the chart on Sweet. We're waiting, man. This thing by sometime in November, we should pinch and pop. Oh wait, I'm sorry. We're in a whole. I forgot. We're out of here. We're down here now. This is where we're at. We need to climb back up and break the structure because we have got. What? We don't want that. We don't want that at all. Let's get rid of this one too because that's not where we're at anymore. Here's where we are. So we've got a new opportunity. We got a new pinch and pop. The pinch and pop op. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, Sweet? All right, so that was our Sweet. The 402 stuff, I'm not there yet. We'll have to look that up. AVAX pumped on the dot news. There you go. AVAX is the gaming chain. AVAX is, unless I'm totally mistaken, AVAX is going to 100% be the gaming chain. There's no reason for what other blockchain. Everything's too expensive or slow. AVAX is perfect for it. I know Swee's extremely fast and cheap. They've got their handheld and the device, and there'll probably be some good gaming activity on there as well. But I think as far as like some of the legacies that we've got, AVAX is the one. I like showing you guys my desk now. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. All right. Make sure you guys smash the like button. We're going to go through some more of these charts. I got more community requests. So if that's something that you want to see one of your favorite coins up on the chart, we'll do a little quickie, little quick chart action to see the flow, see the look and feel, see how it's looking, how it's feeling, how it's going, how it's jiving, and is it alive? The triangle of love. It's now the pinch and pop versus the triangle of love. The triangle of love sounds like I don't know, a little weird. Autonomous agents. There you go. What are we betting on today? Oh my God. We'll take a look. I'm going to go through a few more of these little charts. What time is it? So we got 3:55. Okay. So we're getting close here. We are getting close. And then I got to remember, I was dilly-dallying yesterday and I got to get to the gym because we've got a new family activity, Lifetime. I completely forgot to open up the space, by the way. Sorry, guys. Tomorrow the space will be open from the moment we start the show. That was my fault. The whole idea of what we're doing now is we are climbing. My daughter is 4 years old, and she will climb higher than most adults at this point, and we've only been doing this a couple days. I'm like so impressed, and I'll see her at times. She just like using just all arms and pulling herself, like deadlifting herself up to somewhere where she can get a better foothold. But I'm loving this because her and I actually used to go to the climbing gym when she was like a year old. I would take her there and we would just walk around and, she would watch people and she would just kind of touch the wall and touch some of the holds and stuff. She wouldn't climb. I would place her up somewhere. And then we did this, probably when she was like 1 and 2. Yeah. And so she's got the foundation, man. And she is so good at it. So I got to remember that it's time to go to the gym in a little bit. So, but we do got to look at some sports bets. That is for certain because there is probably some fun action tonight. Let's see. What do we have? Let me just see. What other charts do we need really quick? Hyper, we talked about that. There you go. Time to sell wax yet. Oh, let's look at wax really quick. I haven't looked at that chart in a hot ass minute. All right, Brian, have a good one. I got to catch in up on and check in on that Julie stuff. I did reach out to her. She kind of sent me some messages. And so, again, I want to make sure that that I check up on everything before I comment on that stuff. But send her my best, and I'll chat with you guys soon. Appreciate you. All right. So we were looking at wax USD. I would think this is probably it. We are on the weekly. Yeah, this is probably it. Oh, I mean, that's what we call a dinosaur tail, boys. Probably time to sell the wax. We'll zoom in so you guys can see this. All right, so this is obviously wax had a very hot start. A lot of people made some good money. Went up almost to $1 in its first pump. 97 cents. Where's the high? 99.8. Oh, literally almost $1. Just short. I wish it was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good. I would call her. I wish I had a rabbit in a hat. You guys remember that song? That's funny. I haven't thought about that in a while. That was just one of those things that was locked in the brain and had been locked up there since probably the 90s or whenever that came out. Maybe I should sell candles. You can be a candle salesman, a door-to-door candle salesman. That sounds fun. I'll join you, Gen X. Looking for a job. So if you'll have an assistant and you can pay me a minimum wage, I'll take the job as your door-to-door salesman assistant. I'll hold the briefcase. When we talk to the clients, I'll be the... Look at these beautiful candles. Oh, take a smell. Oh, yeah, the other one. Oh, yeah. It's beautiful, isn't it? What do you smell? Yeah. Like leather and jam. Oh, it's just such a joy. And we've got this special fall collection that you're going to definitely want. It's got the nicest hits of nutmeg and cardamom and cinnamon that you can imagine. What are we buying? Dabatola, wouldn't you like to know we are buying ourselves some time at the casino? But we got to take a look at what do we have. Oh, baby. We're going to take, let's see. We do have, we can go here. So we do have in Major League Baseball action tonight. We got the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. And clearly, as much as I love my Canadian friends, let's just go full screen here for a second. Let's just be clear. USA. 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 We are going to spank the Blue Jays. And as you guys may or may not know, I put out a post the other day where we are going to take back the Blue Jay. They don't get that mascot anymore. The Blue Jay predominantly lives in America, not Canada. As to why they've taken that, I don't know. But I've made some suggestions, met with some laughter, some ridicule, some support. I will say that I had some support. I think we called him like Mark the syrup friendly moose, or the maple syrup moose. I think that that's more culturally appropriate for our Canadian friends, and I love you guys. But we are going to beat the piss out of you in this World Series. The Dodgers are up 2-1. They are favorited tonight, so we'll probably take a money line as well as a player prop. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. That game is tonight, game 4, 2-1. So this is game 4. So, and that could always be, maybe we just do a couple money line parlays, because I'm sure we do have some ice hockey. How many games we got? Oh, we got a ton of games tonight. Let's go NHL. Bring this back up so y'all can see. We have got the Maple Leafs. Why is this? Zoom in. Come on. All right, so we got the Maple Leafs against the Flames. You got the Maple Leafs are the favorite there. We got the Flyers against the Penguins. You got the Hurricanes against the Golden Knights. No crazy mismatches at this point. You got Buffalo against Columbus, Florida against Anaheim, Boston, New York. Are the Blackhawks playing? They are against the Ottawa Senators, and the Hawks are all right. I might end up doing a like at least a player prop, and not for the Hawks to win, but maybe for the Hawks to win, just a small amount. So I'll have to put some of that together. So we've got hockey, we've got baseball, World Series baseball. We got early season hockey, so we'll see about that. And then we definitely got some NBA basketball, as you know. We love NBA basketball. Oh, we'll take a look at Gen X. We'll take a look at the ADA chart. It's been a long time. Yeah, that game last night, really quick about baseball, 18 innings. Y'all got to be out your damn mind. Could you imagine being at that game? You signed up for, I mean, it's like an opportunity of a lifetime. You basically got 2 games. Baseball's 9 innings. This went 18 innings. They played 2 games last night. You got your money's worth, but I wonder if they stopped selling beers, or could you still get beer like in the 15th inning? Because usually, like I remember, like at Wrigley Field, that it was like after the 8th inning they stopped selling alcohol, because most of the people out in like the outfield are like smashed beyond belief. So it's just to help those people, those guys. Frank the Tank. Just a handful of games today. Ooh, here we go. You got the Wizards against the Sixers, the Heat against the Hornets, the Bucks against the Knicks, Oklahoma against the Kings, and the Warriors against the Clippers. Warriors will probably end up against the Clippers too. Ooh. I feel like we might have to do a night stream and do some Dabatola. What is today? 4. I'll text you. I'll see. Maybe we can do a fun night stream, and then we'll do some, because we've got baseball's easy. We're just gonna do, or actually, we'll do 50 to win 72. It's really not worth it. Let's go player props. Get rid of this. Zoom in a little bit more. What are we down here for our statistic doubles? Mookie Betts, I like him to get a hit, or the Dodgers to win. I won something earlier in the year off him doing a getting a home run, which was awesome. Will Smith, the Men in Black. Batter runs, batter total bases, batter home runs. All right, so this is what we'll do. We'll pick somebody to hit a home run. Let's go to Dodgers. And go here. Actually, we did the wrong thing. This is what we need. We need to go to ESPN. And stats. All right. So in the postseason, Otani has had 8 home runs. Let's see. We can do 2025 regular season. Who was the home run leader? Otani, 55. Okay. All right. So let's go back to the postseason. When was the last time he has had a home run? So let's click into him. So he hasn't played. Is he playing today? If he's playing today, then look, he hasn't had a home run. Let's see the whole postseason. Man, let's do that. Can we do, man, I wish we could do like a home run for him to hit a home run. Well, it's plus 190. Let's go for it. We'll have to do the outcome of the game on a different one. 50 to hit 140. All right, there you go. All right, so there we go. We put that in. As you can see, shoot, I didn't have the there. Got open. Here we go. So we have got Otani to hit a dinger, baby. We'll be watching the game. Anytime you put a little skin in the game, it's a little bit more fun to watch. But hopefully our guy. Remember he had 3 home runs in one game and pitched 10 strikeouts. Wild stuff. Cool. Devtol, you're on later. I appreciate you, dog, my guy. Maybe we can get a couple people on and we'll have like a fun little stream there. All right. There was, I know, a few more charts we were going to get at, and then we're going to skedaddle for the day. Oh, it was Cardano. That's right. ADA USDT. Let's take a look at this on. All right, so we are on the weekly. Let's scrunch. Look, this thing's got a. Look at that. Where obviously it wicked back down, but this is the bottom. We're a little bit of it, but it definitely wicked back down to. That's crazy. And then we'll go from this peak to here. Oh, look at that. It's time for the pinch and pop. This potentially could be out in the fall of. Oh man, there you go. Here is Cardano. Here's the setup. We've got our floor. It has been naturally rising. We saw a big rip up here. Has since came back down, and obviously, again, this is where we saw the wick, and it did come down, and this is where we're going to draw a line through there, just because it does go so well with this stuff. But we could come back down here. Just keep our eye on this level, but also you've got this multi-year downtrend, if you will, right? You could call it what you want, but at the end of the day, if this thing does break out, then we've got some levels that we're going to want to make sure that we get up above. This probably being the first one, because this was the struggle bus of 2024. And then obviously there's a lot of maybe some other support lines and levels that we can see throughout the historics of the Cardano ecosystem. So I believe that is it for the day. I want to see. I want to see. Let's play. No. All right. We'll be back if we can. I'll get in touch with you, Scott, and we'll figure that out. And if we can go live tonight, we will. Jay said they're gonna walk him tonight. I don't know if I can avoid it. I'll take a look at it. That'd be obnoxious. All right. Well, all right. It is time for me to get to the gym. Apologies, we didn't get that space going. But I obviously didn't have a problem motor mouthing it through the hour. So tomorrow for sure, we are going to be ready with the space right as we start. So appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much. Make sure that you do smash that like button on your way out of here. And we will be back at some point, possibly this evening, probably late after we put my daughter to bed. I'll read a couple books, and then we will get on the stream. We'll watch some sport ball, gamble, play some cards, maybe some. I want to try that lightning roulette. That'll be fun. All right. Until then, and if you can't make it tonight, make sure that you come back tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, for some more of this. Appreciate you. Ciao for now.